We're going to get that out because we're not going to give that away, but I understand that when we're talking about skill, she has pure skill. Did I make that clear?
I love you, Sissy.
Skill. Okay. How do you approach? How do you work when you're working? When you're facing the white page? When you're drawing? When your ideas come to your head?
Okay.
How does it work? The process. I'm kind of like wondering about that.
Okay. The process is like that. First,
If we're allowed
music.
to know. Music. Yes.
Music. I put my beats. And I just.
Watch out with those headphones.
Sometimes.
Watch with the headphones, baby. Watch the headphones because they're gonna kill your hearing.
I know that, but I need the music really. Music inspires me.
Me too.
You know, music makes me feel many feelings that start creating collections.
Okay.
So that's where they start.
So when you have like, let's say that when you like specifically, what do you like to draw?
First I prefer design like in the moment.
Okay.
Creating in the fabric.
Okay.
In the mannequin. Just put the fabric
so
in there with the needles, and then let's try to figure out, make the pattern, and then draw. Sometimes it's other way, it's the other way, but for me it's I like to create in the moment. It's like it has to come in that moment, because if I will draw before, it's not the same feeling. I don't feel the same. It's like I have to do it.
You have to get it out of your system. Now, how many hours when you get those moments you're inspired, you're taken by, like, how does it work? What's the breakdown?
I could spend more than 6 hours, 7 hours working in one project.
One single project.
One dress.
What do you call a project? Let's be specific. You call a project a collection, or you call private, let's say, just one
depend of what I'm creating.
Okay.
For collection, of course, no, 7 hours is impossible for make a collection. I'm talking about
that's a very silly question, but I'm not. I have no idea.
No, it's not a silly question. Of course, it's not a silly question. And I think, of course, there will be some designers who can do a collection in that time, but it's not my case. I take the time for example, if I'm gonna do a garment or just one piece. I could spend more than 3 or 4 hours, like first doing the fabric. I like to do the fabrics. I like to mix the fabrics.
Okay.
It's not like that. I'm going and buy the fabric and just sew it. No, I like to intervenir la fábrica. Me encanta intervenir las
la fábrica
telas.
en español, como a qué
digamos.
Hablemos específicamente, o sea, ¿a qué te decís? ¿A mezclar las telas?
Exacto. Que digamos tengo una tela y le quiero meter accesorios a la tela, le quiero meter ornamentaría a la tela. O sea, quiero romper la tela y crear una nueva. A partir de eso ya crear el diseño.
Y por ejemplo, digamos específicamente a nivel de colores, por ejemplo, ¿te gusta experimentar con colores distintos? Me encanta. Sí. Digamos, ¿qué pensás de los colores fosforescentes?
Me encantan.
A mí también.
A mí me encantan todos los colores. Es que, ¿cómo no me pueden gustar los colores?
Sí. ¿Cuál es tu color favorito? ¿Qué colores te gustan?
Wow.
Es una pregunta medio estúpida, pero...
No, depende. Mi color favorito, solo por decir mi color favorito, el que más me gusta de verlo, es el fucsia.
¡Ah! Like this? Oh, no, this is purple. I'm sorry.
Pero,
I overreacted.
Pero para vestirme me gusta el negro, me gusta el rosado, me gusta el blanco, me gustan todos.
Todos los colores.
O sea, es que, ¿cómo puedo decir uno solo?
Claro.
Es muy difícil. Me encantan todos, me encantan las combinaciones. O sea, no me gusta mucho salir sola de un color.
A mí tampoco.
Me gusta siempre tener como ahí algo que es como un detalle simple, que no es el detalle, sino el detalle que es de uno.
Claro.
El detalle es lo que sale de uno, no es solo ven y le ponemos un detalle a la ropa, no. Ese detalle tiene que ver más contigo, tiene que ser sentimental. El detalle es lo que para mí hace el estilo único, pero el detalle tiene que ir contigo, o sea, tiene que ser tú.
Right.
O sea, yo no sé si me he hecho entender bien lo que quiero.
Te queda claro, estoy escuchando con atención lo que estás diciendo.
Lo que me gustaría dejar claro es que no es solo hacer ropa, es sentir lo que estás haciendo y por qué lo estás haciendo. Todo tiene un sentido. No es solo diseñar porque quiero hacer ropa.
Claro.
Es diseñar porque quiero hacerlo, porque quiero verlo real, o sea, porque quiero que la gente lo vea, porque quiero que la gente tenga la oportunidad de ver una obra.
Claro, claro. Interesting. Okay.
Me gusta también combinar, llegando otra vez al tema de Rusia y Colombia,
Sí.
me gusta mezclar mucho cuando diseño esas dos culturas. Me
Sí.
encanta.
Pero imagino que en Rusia uno por dónde empieza. I'm sorry, we're just getting overexcited with the Spanish, but it feels so good.
Spanish is good.
Oh, Spanish is not good, baby. It's so great, guys. You don't know what you're missing. Ha! I'm not
yeah.
bragging, I'm just saying. We're talking about bringing, because very interesting, we're trying to get a little deeper into the conversation. How do you, we bring, how does she bring the Russian and Colombian mixed world into her work? You know, because I guess that you get torn between two cultures.
Exactly.
You embrace who you are. You speak Russian, you speak Spanish, and you speak English.
Exactly.
So when you're creating your own world, how do you bring those two together?
Together. This is the beautiful thing, that I know that I have this inside me, two different cultures, totally opposite between each other. But how I will create the design, I have to take both of them.
Right.
Because this will be, for this reason, it will be new. It will be
Right.
different.
Right.
It will be two different things, but that's what I'm meaning, that there are two different opposite things, but they are both beautiful. So when you mix it up, will be great. And the clothes is the same.
Now, is it true that, like, just asking, just a question. Do you think that somehow we Spanish women are a little, not slutty, but, you know, I mean, with the clothing,
I completely understand what you're trying to say.
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
I know what you're
is it just
saying.
a misunderstanding, or is it a misconception? Oh, I'm drunk, I'm high, I'm stupid, I don't know any better. I ask stupid questions. How shallow can I be? I mean, honestly, in our reality, is it true, Irina Burgos, that Spanish women, to some degree, we can be a little bit, you know, too
Yeah.
loose with the clothes? How do we bring some
like argument, evidence for
yeah,
that.
I know Carolina Herrera and all these great
There is
fashion
exceptions, of course, there are
designers.
exceptions.
But it's a lot of, like, if you did all the clothes, it's like, you know, they're a little way too
yeah,
tight,
exactly.
a little too this, a little
Exactly.
too that.
This is the point that is not.
I'm not crazy about that. I mean, I like tight clothes.
Everybody
don't get me
can.
wrong.
Everybody could. First, yeah. Everybody could dress
Do
how
whatever
they
they
want.
want. You're
Exactly.
right, you're right.
This is the first thing.
Yes.
But the thing that you already said is that this is the bad way, because if the girls trying to make the clothes a little bit slutty,
Right.
it's because they don't think about the style. They just think about part
The
of
men.
clothes.
About men, that's what they're thinking
Exactly.
about.
But they want
And that's so good to a certain degree.
they want maybe sell themselves,
To a
not sell
certain
their
degree.
style.
It's provocative. Yeah, well, fashion. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That's a very debatable point. It makes the
Exactly.
go around. You're right. Now I'm sounding like I'm a priest or something.
No, but it's true. But
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It's just that you're kind of wondering, because, you know, it's like, you know, you want to have certain sense of elegance and
exactly,
you know,
because we are showing when I'm
too much showing
I'm
doesn't.
a
I don't
fashion
know.
designer, and with being
I mean, is it just me or I'm just bluffing? What do you think? Honestly, too much showing is not.
no.
What do the callers think?
What do you? Oh, I don't know. I don't take any calls. It's already 7:54. This
Oh
is
my
insane.
God.
God, I
Can't
forgot.
believe that.
No, we get invited to the Drama Desk Awards this week on Thursday, and we covered the event. It was nice to be there. I want to thank Scott Klein, because he made that happen, and Charles as well, who did a terrific job putting all this together. But we did quite a few interviews, quite a few people. Andy Carl, Betty Buckley, Michael John, Michael C. Hall. I'm not very good with names, but, you know, it was exquisite
Right.
time in the red carpet. I did like about 33 interviews,
Oh my
one
God.
after another after another. I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna keep it going? I did it. I got it done. And Ignacio Guevara, who was my photographer, my dear friend, he was the cameraman. He made it happen. I just want to thank you and send my love to you and your beautiful wife, Anika, who's just coming from Africa too.
Oh, so cool.
You see, I need to bring that up. But anyway, we're going to be showing those clips of those interviews in the next few weeks because we're going to be heading to Russia. I'm going to Russia.
Oh my God, you did it?
1st. Yeah,
Wow.
guys, I went through insanity. I got a ticket because the company paying for me to go to Russia to see the fight. So I had to get a visa, a Russian visa. So guess what? You have to go through the internet. And I'm like, give me a break. So I get the email and I had to go through all these questions. I couldn't even.
I know. I was talking to you yesterday.
I
You were
was
like, oh my God,
upset.
I don't know what.
I was crazy. I said, this is pure insanity. I'm busy enough. I don't have time to sit down and fill up a whole paperwork. And I was going through questions.
And start it again?
And it started again because I have a question. So then I called Joey. I said, Joey, get your ass over here. I'm on Skype. I need you. What's the name of the hotel? Where we're going to be staying? When is going to be the trip? I mean, and I was losing the applications. I have to go back and
Start again.
I was not happy. I was like, this Russian visa is going to kill me. But God, I love Russian. I do. I wish I can speak. How do you say I love you in Russian?
Я люблю тебя.
Я люблю тебя.
Я люблю тебя вас.
Okay, let's slow down a little bit, baby. Let's take it back from the beginning.
Я люблю вас.
Slower.
Я
Я
люблю
люблю
вас.
вас. How do we say it? We're here. We're sending a love to the community, to the country, the people in Russia and Ukraine.
Okay.
I don't care about all the political differences and what the choices that he's making as a president, which I'm not very excited about, and I don't want to get political now. We are sending a love to the people in Russia and Ukraine. How do we say that in Russian?
Я
Я
хочу
хочу
говорить
говорить
теплые слова
теплые слова
наши
наши
России, украинский.
украинский.
Спасибо за что.
Спасибо,
Спасибо за что.
Спасибо, Shafta. And I said, I love Russia. How do you say that?
Я люблю Russia.
Я люблю Russia. I'm a big fan. I wish I could read Chekhov in Russian. You know how an acting coach, Vienna, years ago, and she said, Sissy, if you can only read Chekhov in Russian, it's a different Chekhov.
Yeah.
It's a different, not the one in English, not the one in Spanish. I don't care how accurate those translations might be. She said, if you would only be able to just read Chekhov in Russian, but it's too much. I have to learn. But you're lucky that you can speak so many languages and you can do it all.
Yeah, it was coincidence that my mother, my father.
Your mother and mother were so right on, so right on. How did it work out? Like your mama was speaking to you in Russian.
My mother, she's still speaking me in Russian.
Ah, really? On the phone, on Skype.
On the phone and Skype, she wrote me in Russian. She tried to don't let me lose.
Of course not. You don't want to lose the
language. Of course,
no.
Never. No, I love it.
Yes,
I really feel blessed being Russian in Colombia.
It's quite a mix. That's quite a kick too. How does it work? But hey, you make it work. Who cares? El español también es muy fluido.
Sí, el español es mi primera lengua.
Es tu primera lengua.
Es mi primera lengua, entonces en español ya.
¿Te gusta Shakira?
Sí, me gusta.
¿Te gusta mucho, poquito, nada? Más o menos.
Me gusta.
This chair's gonna
Sí,
look.
me gusta
I'm gonna
muchísimo.
go to the floor. Look at that. I can't
Shakira
believe
is
it.
great.
She's great. She's awesome. She's a smart lady.
And she's from my city, Barranquilla.
Colombia. Barranquilla, Colombia. La gente de Colombia le gusta lo que hace Shakira a nivel internacional. Ellos se acuerdan.
Pues nosotros todos los colombianos estamos muy orgullosos de ella porque es uno de los pocos colombianos que ha logrado llegar tan lejos y que se ha mantenido.
Y que she's truthful to herself.
She's still there.
She's truthful
focused.
to herself. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. What about Sofia Vergara?
Sofia Vergara, she's great.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.